So Darren, we've discussed all of the areas where insider's cash can help an investor. Let's talk about where insider's cash is not an ideal fit for an investor.
Okay, great. If you live in the property or if your business occupies the property, we can't lend to you. Our loans are commercial and they're based on non-owner occupied or investment properties.
So you're not going to refinance my personal mortgage on my own home?
I would like to, I can't though.
You
not
can't.
Not under my company.
Okay.
We're actually working with banks now to hopefully set up some situations where we can direct you to banks that will refinance your personal property. Insider's cash cannot.
Okay, good clarification. So you're not going to lend to an individual, it has to be to an entity,
Yeah.
and not to an owner occupied.
Right.
It's only investment properties. And then what about down payment? Let's talk about that.
Sure. So the down payment needs to come from you. We want to make sure that we share in the risk of an investment with you. So if there's a down payment required of 25% or 50%, we want that money to come from your funds. So we're going to verify your assets. We're going to ask for a bank statement. Now sometimes it's a partner's money and it's not your own money. We'll still accept that, but we want a letter from that partner in addition that says these funds can be used for this purchase or this purchase, and also that the funds that this partner would give them would not be leaned against the property as a second mortgage. Another thing that we don't allow are second mortgages or seller carrybacks.
Okay.
So again, seller carryback, for the purpose would be to have no money come out of your pocket, but unless you've got some skin in the game and some money of your own, then we're not interested in lending because we're not sharing in the risk with you. We want you to be physically there, ready to get it done, pay it back, and so forth.
It's funny how sometimes we're a lot more attentive to our own money than someone else's.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. So let's talk about, again, clarify a position on the loan and what position insider's cash holds on that loan, and explain that.
So as a buyer of a real estate, you're going to hold the title to it. Your company name will be on title. And Insider's Cash wants to be the only lien holder on the title of that property as well, which just simply means we have a lender's policy of insurance and we have the first lien position on that title. We don't want a second mortgage on the title. We don't want a seller carryback, which is like a second mortgage on the title.
Makes sense. And then on the 3-year loan, it's rent-ready property only. You're not doing a fixed rehab loan on those.
Now it is possible to use our 3-month loan and fix up a property, and then even convert that to a 3-year loan. You would refinance with us and change it to a rental.
Okay.
So that is possible.
That's possible. Yeah. Very good. And then explain title insurance and how that works on a property with a title company.
So we always make sure that we have a lender's policy of insurance. That gives you and us the safety of knowing that there's no liens or encumbrances or encroachments from a neighbor, anything that would affect your position as first or as the title holder and our position as the first lien holder on the title.
Okay. So if I came to you with a property and I did not have a clean title or didn't know if title was clean or not, you could not lend me money until that got cleaned up.
Yeah, it has to be an insurable property. Once in a while we'll run into a property where there are issues from years ago that will affect the insurability of that property. And unless we can get a title policy from title, then we just simply can't lend on it. And you probably don't want to buy it if you can't get free and clear title.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some other instances where a deal just may not make sense?
Well, that's a good way to put it. Sometimes we get situations where it just doesn't make sense to us. And typically when it doesn't make sense to us, it probably doesn't make sense to the person asking for the loan. So again, with my experience in looking at loans, a lot of times I'll see things that they just don't pass the smell test.
Yeah.
And when I ask some questions, we usually will find out there might be a value issue or a title issue. And again, if it's a problem for me as a lender, it's probably a problem for you as a borrower. We don't want to have a bad situation where neither of us can get out what we want out of this.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that the deal makes sense, and if it doesn't make sense, I'll let you know on an email or a phone call.
Yeah, makes sense. Good. And how many loans could any one investor have with Insider's Cash at a given time?
On our 3-year loans, we allow 3 to 4 loans, and that's a max at one time. So if you pay off a loan, we'll do another loan, but essentially 3 or 4 is kind of where we max out.
3 or 4 active loans at a time.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it is.
That's really, that's substantial. So in the course of doing a deal, a real estate investor who has a deal ready to go, will Insiders Cash provide a proof of funds letter?
Yeah, it's available on our website. You can simply just go to the insiderscash.com website, click on proof of funds, and print out your own proof of funds. Now, with that, sometimes I'll have a bank or a seller ask for our bank statements. And just so the viewers know, we won't provide our bank statements. The letter that prints out is the only proof of funds letter that they'll get from Insiders Cash.
Okay.
There's just simply too many requests to take that. So we keep it at just that letter, and once in a while a bank will say that they need more and the deal won't work out. But that letter is available for anyone who wants it to go on the website and print it out for themselves.
Great. So we've talked about a lot of phenomenal options that Insiders Cash provides to a real estate investor to get into deals.
Yeah.
And that's really the main benefit that I'm hearing
For sure.
is you can help an investor get into deals right now,
Right.
especially when the market's hot like it is right now. So as someone's doing this, maybe just give us one last high-level view. What should someone's goal be as they're using Insiders Cash?
Well, we want to be a tool to help you be successful in real estate, for sure. We want you to get to your ultimate scenario, which what I personally think as an investor myself is getting to bank loans on each rental property. You might think it's having paid off rental properties, but really you want to have the tax breaks to offset your income, so you're not having to pay taxes every year on your gains from your rentals.
Yeah.
You kind of want to have a good balance. So our goal is to help you whether you're flipping a property, you can use us just for the cash so that you can make cash,
Yep.
or if you're going to hold a property, use us as a bridge to get you to conventional financing, and let us use our loan programs to help you as the investor be successful in your investing career. We put together these programs specifically for your benefit in the market to take advantage of whether you're fixing, flipping, or holding. It's all there.
And Insiders Cash can help with all of it. 3 week,
Yeah.
3 month, 3 year.
3
Covers-
day, 3 month, 3 year. You got
Even
it.
better.
Yeah.
I got it now.